Ah, what about that room? What? All of the ones who died, they're all gonna come back. I swear they're all gonna come back. If you're showing us that they kept all of their remains, they're all gonna come back. Yes, it's her. Fuck! Oh no! One bullet.
뭐야? 나 뭔 소리야? 3층에서 미래짐이 나타났다고 합니다. 이쪽으로 오세요. 세상에. 저것도 왜 저래?
아까부터 계속 저래요.
뭐라는 거야?
세상이 망할 거라고.
저 미친 누구라이 같은 이는 진짜. 지금 빨리 이동하시면 될 것 같습니다. 자, 빨리 움직여.
Who is gonna believe that there is really a janitor right now?
뭐야? 사자? 아니 저는 여기 청소하는 청소? 몇 살 정도 돼 보이는데? 노인네네 그냥 보내줘. 잠깐만요. 그 사람 몸수색해오라고 하세요. 알겠습니다.
Oh, you had a good intuition right there.
야, 잠깐만.
No, that poor guy.
근데 그건 뭐야 이 타이머는? 퇴근 시간 맞춰놓은 건데. 타이머? 타이머를 맞춰놓고 있다고? 문제야. 고집? 지금 소놈들은 죄인들을 이용하고 있어요. 야, 이 타이머 얼마 남았대? 42분 정도 남았다. 42분 뒤에 시연이네요. 그때 박정자를 데리고 나갈 겁니다. 그 사람.
And now you're gonna use his demonstration. Like really? All of the three groups are using people dying like. Don't kill him! Don't kill him! You need the demonstration. That poor guy would have died no matter what.
대중들 반응이 심상치 않습니다. 대중들이 보는 앞에서 성진성을 체포하기도 어렵고.
작전 중단하시고 세진이의 화살초, 소도 간의 분쟁으로 결론 내시죠.
Wait to see who is gonna win that fight. Maybe it's the best
아직
option.
몰라요. 박정자만 빼내면 돼요. 그 다음엔 어떻게든 정리할 수 있어요.
But do you care about who is gonna take her now?
다 찾았습니다. 오케이. 의장님, 방송 다시 시작할게요. 가시죠. 네. 이동!
You have such a look. Oh, but already?
날 쓰지 마라. 뭐? 어차피 세상은 신발 니네 지금 내가 그때 직접 죽였어야 했는데 괜히 화살초가 더 밀려서.
Min, don't lose time with him.
이젠 네가 화살초를 상대해야겠구나.
Oh, they so mean also. luck is gonna help you. Right there.
박정자 씨는요?
So she didn't care about you anymore.
팬들에 대해서 김정칠 영향력이 얼마나 되죠?
김정치 개인은 미약합니다.
So you can sacrifice him.
충분히 대처 가능합니다.
Are you gonna tell him at least? Move. No. You have other things to do.
네, 잘 듣네요.
They might kill you, but not right now. First, you have someone to meet again.
의도를 정확히지 말고 시작할 죄를 구해! 니들이 의도에 대해서 뭐하라! 내가 세상의 운전이다! 군인된 심의 대리인! 거기는 너가 이 씨발 새끼야 있을 자리가 아니야!
It's his place.
손재수 박정자 어디 있습니까? 손재수 박정자 비내진이 끌고 왔어.
Ah, you're saying that into his streaming thing.
손재수! 나좀 살려줘! 나네 비밀을 알고 있어. 지금이라도 온 세상에 네 비밀 다 까발릴 수 있다고. 에? 놔주세요. 한번 해봐요. 뭐?
Tell the secret. No one is gonna believe you. No one is gonna believe you.
우주를 받았다고! 시험 받고 시험 졌다가 그게 답니까? 당신 마지막으로 남긴 말.
Boy.
그에게 나를 바꿔낼 자유가 없습니다. 여러분들
Oh, to die like that. Oh, we're not gonna see everything, right? Like, come on. Oh, and the light on him like that, it's really showing that it's on stream right now, everyone is gonna see it. The bird! You heard that Pa is saying stuff.
박정자 씨, 박정자 씨, 잠깐 내 말.
Did you recognize her?
봐요, 박정자 씨. 나 민혜진이에요. 민혜진 변호사요. 나 기억하겠어요? 알 텐데 대답해줄게요.
If only.
아까 그 사람 금방 따라올 거예요. 오면 같이 움직여요. 장난감
There is.
코끼리 같은 거.
The girl?
장난감 코끼리 같은 게 보이는 데서
You're seeing her death? Means death?
선생님 죽을 거예요.
Oh no! Oh, she's the only character that we can connect to and she's gonna die? No! I said it at multiple occasions. This show is not about the characters, it's really about that story, the messages that the writers they want to print into their show about our societies, about, you know, if creatures are coming like that, if people are afraid that much, the awful stuff that they can do, you know, the worst of humanity and all of the contradictions of everyone, how things can involve and all of that. And because of that, since the beginning, characters are not that important. For sure, we are following some main characters like the chairman, like the detective, like Min, you know, people who are important, but in fact, we are never truly connecting with these characters emotionally. Like really, you have the hypersensitive girl right there, and I never fully connected with them because they never really built relationships with other people. They had evolutions, but not that much. Like, except for Min, in fact, like Min is really the one who evolved, who built that relationship with the little girl, who had an evolution thanks to it. Like really, Min was the exception to the rule. So if now Park is announcing that she's gonna die, maybe during this season, you know, maybe during the next episode, or no matter what soon, it's not okay. It's not okay at all. Not Min. Please, you have a lot of characters that you can kill, not Min. And in a room full of toys with an elephant, clearly it's into the girl's room, trying to protect the girl, she's gonna die. That reveal at the beginning of this episode, the fact that Sodo's group, you know, that plan was made with the new secretary, with the government, with the police. I knew it. I knew that the writers would really make this season 2 all about reveals, surprises, things that we thought that happened in a way and in fact it happened in another way. After the 2 first episodes, I told you that. I told you that this season would be about that. The fact that during the 2 first episodes, they lied to us about the chronology of time to make that reveal at the end of the season 2, it was the promise that for this entire season, we would discover things, you know, like we would have reveals about things that we saw and in fact it happened in another way. And it was the case for Miss Sunshine's death. We saw it and we thought that we had only one meaning, you know, for her death, when in fact during the episode 3 we discovered everything about her and in fact it had a lot of meanings, her death, and also the consequences of her death had a lot of meanings, a lot of impacts on the show. So really, I knew it, I felt it, that the season would be built like that, and I'm pretty sure that during the episode 6 it's gonna continue, we're gonna have other reveals like that. I can think later about which ones we can have. And also, I predicted that this secretary, this government girl, she was hiding something. All of the hiking situation was hiding something. And she was doing stuff with new truths, but really I felt that something else was going on. It was that, like really it was not that much a surprise in fact to see her offering that plan to the guy. All of her explanations also about why she's doing it, it's logical. Like earlier it was logical for her to make a deal with New Truth because the Arrowheads group was creating chaos, and if you need to have one fraudulent cult, you know, ruling the world right now, it's better to have New Truth because at least they are organized. And now the fact that she's explaining that having only New Truth it can't be because in each world, each society, you need to have 2 things, you know, in opposition of each other, because if you have only one thing, you're always gonna have a rebellion, so at least you need to have an organized rebellion. Like you have really to have 2 things against each other and to have them, you know, but in a legal way, in a regulated way. It's logical. It's logical. I agree with her in a way. Clearly, I don't agree to have a society like that, like this one right now. But think about it. Yes, you can't have one idea, one side, you know, winning and totally destroying the other one. You always need to have an opposition, but an opposition that you can deal with. You know, dictature, they know about it. dictatures in our societies right now, they understood that. They understood that, yes, you need elections, you need to have an opposition, but you need to regulate that opposition and to deal with it. Again, I'm not saying that it's right, I'm saying the contrary, it's awful. But it's the modern dictatures which are doing that. And I'm pretty sure that you can think about many of them right now when I'm saying so. So yes, all of our explanation is logical. The fact that the guy agreed to it, the fact that they are using people who are gonna die, the fact that this old man was taken by the ROH group, like really, right now the ROH group, they are inside of the building. They managed to get the actual chairman. They managed to have the former chairman reappearing like that. They managed to do so many things. They're in position of power right now. They're in control of the situation because Min is hiding all by herself with Park. Even if she doesn't know it, but she can be helped by the police. The fact that the secretary, she was really like, okay, the situation is like that. Who can win that situation? Do we care about it? In fact, we just care about Park being out with the ROH group, with Min, both. Let's see how things are gonna evolve and let's take decisions after that. The fact that she totally gave up on saving the other chairman, like, that's it, it's done. The fact that he tried to reveal the secrets, he did it, but no one believed him. At some point, if something weird is happening, you know, maybe in front of a mirror, live on stream, you're doing something really crazy, maybe they're gonna ask themselves the question, maybe in fact, he truly came back from the dead, he was truly a sinner. Oh, something really important that we saw during this episode is the fact that they kept the remains of everyone who died, you know, who received the decree. And clearly that is going with my theory that all of them are going to come back to life at some point. All of them. But the fact that Park and the chairman, they came back with apparently different experiences when they were in hell, and also different purposes, you know, different powers now that they are back. One who can predict the death of people and one who can see creatures inside of mirrors. Maybe they are the only ones who are gonna come back, you know, who came back. But why them? And why these powers? Maybe they're all gonna come back and they're all gonna have different powers. I think that we're gonna have the answer about it at the end of the next and final episode of this season 2. But I really think that we're gonna have other reveals, things which happened in a way and we thought that it was all, and in fact it happened in another way, or things that we didn't see because of the time jumps. That I talked about it at some point. I talked about it that we had so many time jumps that the viewers, we imagined that, okay, if we had that before and now we have that, it means that during the time jump that happened, but we never had the confirmation of it. I think that maybe at some point we can discover that during these time jumps, in fact it didn't happen like we thought. I thought about it that I remember the first time that I mentioned it, it was for the baby, for the experiences which were made on her. I thought that maybe it was not like we thought. Maybe they did really cruel things to a baby, you know, like things that you shouldn't do to a baby. That girl is really important. Not really who she is, and it's not because of who she is that she survived, but what is gonna happen to her, it's really important. Are we sure that it's her? The baby who survived, are we sure that it's her? Can it be possible that Min replaced her? Gave the baby to someone? Like, we know that she aided, you know, Park's children to save them. She could have done the exact same for that baby. And that's why she feels so guilty about what is happening to that girl, because she knows that that girl, you're never gonna find anything on her, and that poor girl, I don't know where she would have found that girl. No, it can't be. Where she would have found that girl, a baby of the same age. No, it can't be. But it could have been a cool thing, you know, a cool idea. No, don't you think? Well, maybe I'm going too far. But no, she didn't find the baby just like that, without any parent, to replace that girl. No, and it would be so cruel, in fact, for that little girl if it would be the case. But it would explain the fact that I feel that Min is really, really feeling guilty about the entire situation. I don't believe into that theory, but I still believe that maybe they made experiences on that baby that we didn't see, and maybe it was more cruel than what we think. Maybe it can be one of the reveals. Okay, let's stop for today. I will watch the last episode, the final episode tomorrow, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.